reserve. So I'm just going to go for a little walk and see if we can find some kangaroos, because this area here is actually agricultural land, and all around me you've got farmers that are actually shooting. This is on our land here. This is our land. There's a public access road that dissects our property, and there's a little bit of a laneway here. But for everyone who's our customers that are around the world, they've all been asking me how are we going in the fires, and we're actually going pretty well. I mean, it's been very, very dry. It's been extremely dry, but we've had probably about 35 millimetres of rain in the last 10 days, so everything is starting to come to life. And this is our reserve area that I've allocated for kangaroos, because the issue in Australia is about habitat and the destruction of habitat. And I don't know if you can see, but in the background there, you might be able to see it. See all that brown on the top of those trees? Now that died off about 10 days ago, just before we got this rain. There was a mass die-off in that bushland. And that's really what we're talking about. When we're talking about dryness, that is the problem. So if the eucalypts, which are absolutely hardened to this kind of cyclic drought, what's happening this time, and that has never happened, we're in a fairly lovely little part of the country, but do get very dry periods. But I've never seen trees die back like that before, and it happened overnight. One day they looked normal, next day they looked like that. And if a fire went through there, you got a firebomb. So we keep everything fairly cleared anyway, because we do have grazing land. So we've had the neighbours' sheep in, and now because we've been able to eat back all the extra dry feed, we were quite prepared for fire. But now this is an area dedicated to habitat for kangaroos. I'm going to go down and see if I can find any. Little mummy and her Joey. So they're all in the bush there actually. It's a bit hard if I get too close, because they're so scared of humans. They're not yet confident here. It's taking them a while to realise that we are a reserve. We've had the land about 18 months now, and we've noticed that they really are terrified of any kind of humans. And what I'm going to do is, over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try and get some interviews with Ray and Helen, who we have an association with. So Ray is part of the kangaroo project here locally in Bathurst. He's an ecologist and is the local kangaroo expert, and they study the kangaroos, and it's incredible really what we don't know about kangaroos, and how aware they are, and how absolutely beautiful little families that they create. So there she is, she's got her little baby there. And they are territorial, you know, they are wide ranging in terms of the way they graze, but they do have their little families and their little territories. And so the little areas here, there one there, oh, that looks like it could be. So you can probably see some little kangaroos moving up there. They're all a bit spooked because these kangaroos have been hunted by the neighbouring farmers. So as soon as they see a vehicle, they're going to run. But this area here, that's about 80 acres. And there's bees over there, you can see. Oh, there's a couple there, you can see some just there. I'd say there's about 50 in that little mob. Anyway, this is a safe sanctuary, so no one's going to hurt them here. So they are starting to congregate.